in the comments. Just talk about how interesting it is.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tastes Like Music. Jason, Joe, and Crams are here. Roxy Music Week. We just ranked their 8 studio albums. Check out that video if you've not seen it yet. Today, we are going to continue the discussion by giving you each of our top 10 favorite Roxy Music songs. Joe's going to kick us off. What do you got?
Well, I have pretty much every single album represented. I think they have a very consistent discography for the most part. I liked pretty much all of it. Number 10, though, I'm going to go with some from Manifesto. I got Ain't That So. Very smooth rock, a little bit, maybe a hint of Steely Dan, like jazzy sophistication in there. But Ferry's vocals is so sexy and kind of strong on this one. He's a little arty, a little aloof, just like a little hint of like I'm better than you in the vocals, which I really dig. Number 9, I got Remake Remodel, first track from the first album. I think it kicks it off really great. Phil Manzanera just making his presence known right off the bat with some great, I don't know what you'd call it, Terry Kath's, Hendrix Santana kind of 60s style guitar, just kind of constant throughout the song. Really cool. Number 8, I got Gray Lagoons from For Your Pleasure. Really kind of rootsy, almost like Americana. Really cool work from Manzanera and some great funky saxophone on it as well. Number 7, I'll go Flesh and Blood with Same Old Scene. It's like a straight line between ABBA, Roxy Music, Duran Duran running right through this song. Bass is fantastic. Really kind of menacing, ominous saxophone on here. Kind of like what, Duran Duran would take and use for their whole kind of template for their sound. Number 6, I'm going to do Siren. I got She Sells. The piano and drums to die for. The abrupt kind of stops are really cool. Great vocals from Bryan Ferry, of course. He's pretty much always great unless he's like really goating it up with his bang on the first couple albums, but he grows out of that. Number 5, All I Want Is You from Country Life. This one's kind of glammy sounding, real heavy guitar. Manzanera's rocking out, like, reminds me of Todd Rundgren's work on Bad Out of Hell, actually, which would come later. So maybe a little inspiration here. Really great, just, incendiary kind of guitar work. Number 4, I'm gonna go with Oh Yeah from Flesh and Blood. Really smooth, very poppy, but Bryan Ferry kind of just has that like extra sexiness to his voice, and the way it kind of builds into the chorus is great. Number 3, I'll do a little Stranded with Serenade. Proto Bruce Springsteen Born to Run is what I hear on this. Very Phil Spector arrangement on this. Great guitar, great piano. Kind of, it's weird. They're an English band, but they bring in a lot of like American sounds to their music, especially on those mid 70s runs. Number 2, I got Casanova from Country Life. Amazing vocal work from Ferry, accusatorial, venomous, just so much contempt in his voice for whoever he's putting down, the subject of the lyrics. And the clavinet, sax, and guitar just perfectly in sync. It's dirty and spiteful. Bassline's fuzzy, dynamic, just masterful song. Really loved it. Number 1, though, the song I've been listening to the most this week is The Thrill of It All. I think it's kind of falls in Roxy's template that they had established with Remake Remodel from the debut, and then Street Life, Stranded. But this one, it's 6 minutes long. Manzanera is just shredding the whole time. The bass really prominent, I think more so than what they had shown in their previous albums. I think it just sounds really modern. Ferry kind of has dropped most of his artiness. This just feels like a rock band, like kicking ass on this song. 6+ minutes, just rock perfection for me. I don't know if it's my favorite song of all time called The Thrill of It All, but it is my favorite Roxy Music song. So yeah, great top 10. Lots that I left out. Really, really loved getting into Roxy Music this week.
All right, my top 10 favorite Roxy Music songs. We got a bunch of albums represented here. Number 10, Take a Chance with Me. I love the oboe in the intro. The whole build up to the song is really cool. And then it comes this soothing, very cool pop song, cool jangly guitar. But to me, the standout is that synth line in the chorus, just transcendent. Number 9, Virginia Plain. Beautiful track, really. Cool glam style vocals, super catchy. Love the disco bass. That's way ahead of its time. And cool cutouts with that spinning synth. Number 8, Serenade. Really pretty and triumphant kind of feel. Feels like a victory lap, but I love when it mellows out. I love when he sings, I couldn't take it anymore. 7, For Your Pleasure. So cool and like alien-like and weird. I love the drumming on it. Song is like really beautiful, but twisted into another dimension. Number 6, Ladytron. I just love the way he sings it. I think this is just a classic example of this era, style, sound. Got great bounce. That synth lead is great with the tumbling drums. Very cool. Weirdly regal, which I like. Number 5, expect this on Jason's list, Gray Lagoons. Bass is awesome. Guitar is firing. Piano is really on. There's very underrated piano parts in this entire discography. One of their best played songs, and it just has this really cool, loose, wild feel. Roaring sax as well. Number 4, 3 and 9, terrific composition. Really lush and pretty and perfectly sweet and peculiar at the same time. And the best part about it is these really understated, nuanced harmonies that create just this great effect, and the harmonica rules and sounds cool. Number 3, If There Is Something. I just love the expansion of it. Love all the playing. Love the great, cool piano part at the heart, and the oboe is just magical. Number 2, The Thrill of It All. So clenched and tight and dramatic, and got that great bass line. Drums are really forceful, and the whole thing is just such a pressure cooker track. So relentless, coming right at you the whole time. Just this danger. Love the light mix of the O's in the back. I think it makes a really cool just blanket underneath. But my number 1, as cool as I would like to be to not pick this, it's got to be more than this. It's one of my favorite songs ever. I think it is their masterclass of pop work and that kind of icy, smooth, whimsical, adult contemporary jazz feel. The Sophistopop, awesome. It just sounds beautiful and just transcends you into the sky with just these lovely romantic vibes. Really, it's awesome. And you can hear like just everything about 80s love in it. It's fantastic. Jason, what do you got?
Well, Cram, I've got Just Like You, really cool piano ballad. Ferry giving a very delicate performance. His voice on the verge of breaking, his kind of quivering vocals. Phil Manzanera's guitar solo on it is excellent. Then I've got 3 and 9, really cool mellow tune. Love the vibe of it. Love the oboe, the harmonica, Ferry's drowsy delivery. Number 8, I have Street Life, great album opener. I love the snaps and hand claps in the background. Great lead work, great bass as well. Number 7, Virginia Plain. Everything great about the early incarnation of Roxy music can be found on this track. This is like the early Roxy music distilled to its essence. Number 6, Stronger Through the Years, really dark dance groove. It's almost like you're on the dance floor having like a bad drug trip or something. You can see it like soundtracking that kind of scene in a movie where things are just kind of like swirling around and getting dark and dirty as there's a bunch of people dancing around. Just has that vibe about it, and the playing on it is incredible. The bass playing especially just out of control. Number 5, I have Amazona. I love the weird vocal production on it. Bryan Ferry's voice kind of has like the low end rolled off, and it's really dry. Sounds really different and weird and cool. It also has a really wild middle section where it goes through several different transformations. Very interesting song structure. Number 4, Angel Eyes. Equal parts Studio 54 and CBGB. You get the glitter, you get the grit. One of my favorite Bryan Ferry vocal performances. Number 3, Love Is the Drug, which I think is a perfect pop song. Such a tight groove, amazing hooks. I love when the track kind of opens up and he does the whoas, just so catchy. Number 2, Remake, Remodel, amazing debut album track 1. So good. Just like Virginia Plain, it basically boils Roxy music down to its essence. It's so in your face and chaotic, and everybody's taking solos, and you have the background CPL 593H, which apparently was a license plate of some pretty girl that Bryan Ferry saw. Number one, though, gotta be Over You. I think it is just an incredibly cool song, really well written. I love the double meaning of the line over you, of actually being over someone or actually being above them. Just so cool, so memorable. Love it. No Gray Lagoons, which is why For Your Pleasure was number 7.
Well, that's very few in common. That's surprising for having so few albums. Interesting. Very interesting.
It is interesting.
That's all that we can't explore it though. It's the end of the show. So maybe next time.
Yeah. In the comments, just talk about how interesting it is.
Talk about how interesting it is. Let us know what your personal list is. If you have any songs in common with us, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Consider checking out our Patreon, maybe buy some merch. Check out our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go visit our website, take a look around there. It's all in the video description. That's where you'll find all of the links. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.